services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll lead the pack. It's part of the Northern Experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive, through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Just a quick reminder from the parts team at Grossenberg Implement. The Grossenberg Custom Parts Catalog has some great sale items going on right now. From batteries and lawn care products, you'll also find deals on radios, cameras, spray paint, and cleaners. Whew, there's so much going on in there. Can't fit it all into one spot. So stop in and get your copy, or let their staff know to add you to the mailer at Grossenberg Implement.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do, because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A lot of family members don't realize when you get picked to be the executor of mom and dad's estate or the trustee, it is a thankless job. I have met with lots of families where the heartstring emotion of selling a family farm, if you're not a farmer and not been in a farming family, you can't understand the dynamics that go in with that. You just got to be patient, let them air any concerns that they have, listen to them, and try to understand the struggles that everyone goes through and make it a positive experience.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
It's basketball season, Centerville, and whether the Tornadoes are tearing it up on the road or lighting up the home court, Tuffy's Bar and Grill is the place to be. When the Tornadoes hit the road, swing by Tuffy's for the best burgers, wings, and pizza in town. Catch every game on the big screens and cheer like you're courtside. And when the Tornadoes are home, make Tuffy's your official pre-game, warm-up, and post-game celebration spot. Great food, great fans, and the spirit of Centerville all under one roof. Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll leave the pack. It's part of the Northern Experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
Out here, you'll learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Just a quick reminder from the parts team at Grossenberg Implement. The Grossenberg Custom Parts Catalog has some great sale items going on right now. From batteries and lawn care products, you'll also find deals on radios, cameras, spray paint, and cleaners. Whew, there's so much going on in there. Can't fit it all into one spot. So stop in and get your copy, or let their staff know to add you to the mailer at Grossenberg Implement.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do, because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A lot of family members don't realize when you get picked to be the executor of mom and dad's estate or the trustee, it is a thankless job. I have met with lots of families where the heartstring emotion of selling a family farm, if you're not a farmer and not been in a farming family, you can't understand the dynamics that go in with that. You just got to be patient, let them air any concerns that they have, listen to them, and try to understand the struggles that everyone goes through and make it a positive experience.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
It's basketball season, Centerville, and whether the Tornadoes are tearing it up on the road or lighting up the home court, Tuffy's Bar and Grill is the place to be. When the Tornadoes hit the road, swing by Tuffy's for the best burgers, wings, and pizza in town. Catch every game on the big screens and cheer like you're courtside. And when the Tornadoes are home, make Tuffy's your official pre-game, warm-up, and post-game celebration spot. Great food, great fans, and the spirit of Centerville all under one roof. Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll leave the pack. It's part of the Northern Experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive, through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
Out here, you learn.
Centerville High School girls basketball is on stream. Centerville Tornadoes live on Live Ticket TV. Good evening and howdy again, everyone. Along with Charlie Preen and our sponsors, Joe Van Gore from the Purple Gym at Centerville High School. These are the semifinals and SODAC 16 qualifier of the 2026 South Dakota Region 4B Girls Basketball Tournament. With the number 3 seed, the Gayville-Volin Raiders, 16-4. They did receive votes in Class B girls in the final South Dakota Prep Media Basketball poll against the number 2 seed, Centerville Tornadoes, 19-2. The Tornadoes were number 6 in Class B girls in the final South Dakota Prep Media Basketball poll and receiving votes in Class B girls in the final South Dakota Power 5 poll. Let's take a look at Region 4B and what's happened so far. Monday night, in a play-in game to the quarterfinals, number 8 Alcester Hudson beat number 9 Viborg Hurley 50-27. In the upper part of the bracket, in the quarterfinals on Tuesday night, number 1 Parkston defeated number 8 Alcester Hudson 65-31, and number 4 Freeman over number 5 Irene Wakanda 64-40. Here in Centerville, number 2 Centerville defeated number 7 Trip Delmont Armor 58-46, and it was number 3 Gayville-Volin over number 6 Avon 55-50, a game that the Raiders trailed for much of the game, but came back and got a 5-point win. So in the semifinals and the Sodak 16 qualifier, in the upper part of the bracket, number 1 Parkston taking on number 4 Freeman. That's at 7 o'clock in Freeman. And again here in Centerville, number 3 Gayville-Volin at number 2 Centerville. And Charlie Preen, like we said, these are the games. It's kind of like semifinal night at a state tournament. You know, you get the teams that will be in the championship game, but certainly in a semifinal kind of situation, there's always a lot of buzz. There's always a lot of electricity. It should be that here tonight.
Yeah, I was going to use that exact word, Joe, buzz. There's a buzz in the air tonight here in Centerville. Fans are already in the stands. 40 minutes before the game, there was a pretty good influx of people coming in. But it's going to be a fun night tonight, Joe. It should be a packed house here in the next 33 minutes until tip-off. I expect to see both the coaches, fans, teams, players, and everyone in between get really excited and wiry, because it does feel like that semifinal night before the state championship game. It's just there's a buzz in the air. I'm really excited, and I think both teams are as well.
Well, we've got a lot to get to in our pregame. When we come back, we'll talk about the Gayville-Volin Raiders here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
To keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Just a quick reminder from the parts team at Grossenberg Implement. The Grossenberg Custom Parts Catalog has some great sale items going on right now. From batteries and lawn care products, you'll also find deals on radios, cameras, spray paint, and cleaners. Whew, there's so much going on in there. Can't fit it all into one spot. So stop in and get your copy, or let their staff know to add you to the mailer at Grossenberg Implement.
Back at the Purple Gym at Centerville High School. Again, Gayville-Volin coming in 16-4. They were 7-0 in the Great Plains Conference. Well, actually 8-0, as they were the Great Plains Conference Classic champions as they defeated Corsica Stickney. So certainly a big feather in the cap for the Gayville-Volin Raiders, and they got to that championship game by beating Centerville at home. More about that in just a moment. Gayville-Volin's wins have been over Alcester-Hudson, Wausau, Nebraska, Andy Central, Dakota Christian, Canastota, Bonham, Centerville on January 6, 57-46. Also wins over Irene Wakanda, Viborg Hurley, Burke, Dubrook area, Scotland Meadow, Trip Delmont Armour, Flandreau Indian, Corsica, Stickney, and Avon. Their losses have been to Chester, Millbank of Class A, Vermilion of Class A, and Freeman in their regular season finale on February 19th. In their first Region 4B game on Tuesday night in Gayville, Gayville-Volin, as we mentioned, trailed for much of that game, but rallied to defeat Avon 55-50 for the Raiders. Maya Aiken scored 22 points and had 7 rebounds. Jolie Westrom had 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals. Let's take a look at Gayville-Volin individually. They are led in scoring by Maya Aiken at 13.7 points per game. Actually, they have 3 in double figures coming into tonight's game. Taylor Hoxing at 12.7, Paisley Dimmer at 12.3. Jolie Westrom averages 6.5 points a game, and Allie Westrom averages 5.6 points per game. In threes, Taylor Hoxing has 32 to lead the Raiders, 21 for Paisley Dimmer, and 11 for Maya Aiken. In rebounding, Maya Aiken, well, you could say, averages a double-double with 13.7 points a game. She averages 9.75 rebounds a game. Next, 6.6 rebounds a game for Allie Westrom, 4.4 rebounds a game for Paisley Dimmer, and 4 even for rebounds for Jolie Westrom. In steals, Taylor Hoxing leads with 59. Paisley Dimmer has 55. And in block shots, Paisley Dimmer leads with 8, while Maya Aiken has 6. Again, in the regular season, it was Gayville-Volin coming in and pretty much led the whole way, winning 46-57 for Gayville-Volin. Paisley Dimmer had 19 points. Maya Aiken had 17 points. They physically set the tone, had offensive rebounds and putbacks, won the free throw battle, and Dimmer and Aiken controlled the offense, the paint, and the boards, and then they had balanced scoring across their starters. Of course, we'll talk about Centerville's side of that loss back on January 6th when we talk about the Centerville Tornadoes. But right now, we're going to go and have you hear our pregame interview with Gayville-Volin coach Jason Selchert, who's in his 5th year, a graduate of Mount Marty University, and he is assisted by Brandon O'Connell.
Aren't going to get to go anywhere that are maybe top 10 in the state.
How about Keys this time around?
I don't think we're going to change.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
All right, that's Gayville-Volin coach Jason Selchert on our pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk about the Centerville Tornadoes, and both teams about to take the floor here at the Purple Gym at Centerville High School for the semifinal and SODAC 16 qualifier game in South Dakota Region 4. B will be back after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Back on our pregame show, the Centerville Tornadoes at 19-2, the Gayville-Volin Raiders 16-4 for a spot in the Class B Girls SODAC 16 coming up next Tuesday. In Centerville's 58-46 win over number 7 seed Trip Delmont Armor Tuesday night, Trip Delmont Armor led 13-11 after one quarter. Centerville led 27-23 at the half. Centerville led 41-39 after three quarters, and then a big fourth quarter, holding Trip Delmont Armor to just 7 points, while Centerville scored 17 in that 58-46 win. By the way, for Trip Delmont Armor, they were led by 6'2 sophomore Kinley Spons, who had 18 points. Mia Reiner had 8. As a matter of fact, the Nighthawks return all 5 starters back next year, so they will certainly be a team to watch in Class B. Centerville was led by Izzy Eide with 21 points. She started off like a house on fire in the first half. She had 10 points in the first quarter, 9 in the second, 19 at halftime, and was held to just 2 free throws in the second half. 5'7 freshman Peyton Hansen was 3 out of 4 from the free throw line in the first half and had 3 points. But then she scored 16 in the second half, 13 in the fourth quarter alone, and she finished with 19 points. Bria Austin had 11 points, and among the starters, Lydia Austin with 3 and Tessa Eide with 2. During the regular season, Centerville averaging 60 points a game, shooting 39% from the floor, 47% from two-point range, 30% from three-point range, 63% from the free throw line, averaging 32 rebounds, 15 assists, 13 turnovers, 13 steals, and almost 2 block shots per game. 3 in double figures leads Centerville. Izzy Eide at 20.4 points per game. Brea Austin averaging 11.1. Peyton Hansen edging double figures at 9.3. Tessa Eide, who was held scoreless on Tuesday night, averages 6.4 points a game. Lydia Austin at 5.2. In rebounds, Izzy Eide, 6.85 rebounds per game. Tessa Eide at 5.1. Peyton Hansen at 4.3. In assists during the regular season, Lydia Austin and Brea Austin each had 66. In steals, Izzy Eide leads with 72, Brea Austin 52, and Lydia Austin 42. In block shots, Izzy Eide with 13 and Tessa Eide with 11. And the most important stat from Tuesday night, well, Centerville is used to making threes. They only made 2 all night long, but Izzy Eide, who had 21 points, didn't have a 3 the other night. She leads with 54, 39 for Brea Austin, 21 for Peyton Hansen, and 18 for Lydia Austin. And going back to that game back in January here at the Purple Gym at Centerville High School, which Gayville-Volin won 57-46. Izzy Heide had 22 points, 4 3-pointers. Bria Austin, 14. Centerville just couldn't make shots, as you'll hear in a moment from head coach Tucker Tornberg. Lydia Austin fouled out in that game. Tessa Heide picked up 3 fouls early. They only had 4 free throws
in
on
the whole
night.
game, Joe. That's insane.
In the whole game is right. Izzy Heide had 5 second-half points and lost the rebound battle. Centerville, I should say, is coached by Tucker Tornberg, who's in his 9th year, a graduate of the University of South Dakota. He is assisted by Jamie Edberg, Peyton Heyer, and Brady Childress. And we had a chance to visit with Coach Tornberg before tonight's game. And, folks, it is filling up here at the Purple Gym at Centerville High School for tonight's semifinal game and Sodak 16 qualifier.
Yeah, so if you're on your way in, you better hurry up.
All right, here's our pregame interview with Coach Tucker Tornberg. All right, well, Coach, we're looking at the tape Tuesday night. Final thoughts about TDA.
Oh, man, heck of a team. I mean, I think that Reiner and Spahns are probably the best post combo that we've played, and I think I'd put them up against a lot of teams in the state. 6'2" and 5'10", and they're athletic. They finish well. They can both shoot, too, so you got to guard them all over the floor. Heck of a team. Their effort was fantastic. They hit a lot of shots. So a lot of respect for them and what they did. We were fortunate to come away with a victory in a really tough region, so nothing's a gimme.
No doubt. And with all 5 starters back, they'll certainly be a team to watch. Turn our attention tonight. Gayville-Volin, the second time around. They really came out here and played hard and really kind of just kept you from doing the things that, the girls like to do or are asked to do.
Yeah, for sure. I think we got like 62 shots up in that game, so that's a lot of shots for us, but unfortunately we didn't hit a lot of them. But that's basketball, and you got to hope tonight the shots are going to fall, and I have huge confidence in our players that they're going to get it done. And ultimately for our players, you can't let that control you either, though. The most important shot's the next one. We talk about that all the time. And even if your offensive game's a little off, how else can you contribute? Can you set up a teammate? Can you rebound? Can you defend? Find a way to get it done.
All right. Well, how about Keys tonight then? I know their inside game is a big concern for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've got to handle their post players inside, not give them easy touches around the basket. And then in addition to that, we got to get them blocked out and keep them off the boards. I think they're a good rebounding team, so we're going to really have to battle in that department. And then I think we've got to play our style in the transition game and just do what we do on the offensive end.
Yep, tempo will be important along with that rebounding. All right, Coach, thanks for the visit. Go get them. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thanks as always, Joe. Appreciate you.
Tucker Tornberg, the head coach at Centerville, here on our pregame show. Let's take another timeout. We'll be back with more of our pregame before Region 4B semifinal action and Sodak 16 qualifying action between number 3 seed Gayville-Volin and number 2 seed Centerville after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A lot of family members don't realize when you get picked to be the executor of mom and dad's estate or the trustee, it is a thankless job. I have met with lots of families where the heartstring emotion of selling a family farm, if you're not a farmer and not been in a farming family, you can't understand the dynamics that go in with that. You just got to be patient, let them air any concerns that they have, listen to them, and try to understand the struggles that everyone goes through and make it a positive experience.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
All right, we're about 10 minutes or so before game time. Gayville-Volin, the number 3 seed. Centerville, the number 2 seed in the South Dakota Region 4B Girls Basketball Tournament in the semifinals and SODAC 16 qualifier. Charlie Preen, let's go to 5 keys for each team. First of all, starting with Gayville-Volin.
Yeah, Joe, number 1, they have to win the paint again. You know, January 6th, they dominated the paint. They dominated the boards inside. And they had mismatches that Centerville wasn't able to capitalize on, or to play defense on at least either. So, again, if they win the paint, it'll be a good night for Gayville-Volin fans. But they have to get the ball through Dimmer. Like last time, Paisley Dimmer can do it all inside, and she will have a lot of looks tonight, Joe, that will be favorable for Gayville-Volin. And then they have to find some of that secondary scoring through Dimmer and Aiken that isn't just that easy shot inside like we saw so many times January 6th. It was inside and a short shot that, you know, has a really high percentage to fall. So if Gayville-Volin does that, they'll be in a good spot. But bringing in the same physicality that they brought on the 6th, like Coach Selchert said, Joe, they came off of a loss the night before. They came in prepared, even though they had, you know, we talked about it during that game. I remember saying, wow, these girls are playing really good after coming off of the game last night. But changing the mindset and coming in here playing with physicality is something they have to do. But, Joe, number 5, and most importantly, they have to prioritize their size with unfavorable matchups inside. They have the size matchup or mismatch, and they know it heading into this one, Joe.
And we'll tell you what, we'll take a break, and then Charlie will come back with the 5 keys to the game for Centerville after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
All right, let's go to the 5 keys for the Centerville Tornadoes and back to Charlie Preen.
Yeah, they have to use their interior size with Hegena. They haven't used her a bunch this year, Joe, but in big moments, she has to be big inside. And tonight, coming off of the bench, you'd assume she has a lot more minutes than usual tonight. Having mismatches, she has to be big inside. But they have to have three-point help, number 2, from those besides Izzy Eide. She can always put the 3-ball up, Joe. But if they can get help from Bree Austin or Lydia Austin, or even if Tessa could go out there and make a 3, that would be good as well. But finding looks from beyond the arc that's from girls not named Izzy Eide is big. But number 3, finishing possessions inside on the glass, but finishing the possessions, as Coach Tornberg always talks about, that's so important, specifically not allowing Gayville-Volin to get as many offensive rebounds as they did last game. I know you remember how many offensive rebounds they got. It was a very physical game inside, but number 4, they have to be physical and limit fouls like last game. They had one foul out and another one run into trouble. I think Tessa Eide had 3 fouls in the first half. But number 5, they have to get Izzy Eide clean looks early and often, Joe, to be successful to advance onto the Sodak 16.
And a lot of great players on the floor tonight for both teams. But, Charlie, you've got a couple picked out as ones to watch.
Yeah, obviously Paisley Dimmer, the big name for Gayville-Volin, the sophomore guard, averaging 12.3 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. She'll do it inside, has the mismatch, Joe, and you'd expect to see her have a big night tonight. Also shooting 73.9. All of the Gayville-Volin Raiders shoot very well from the line, Joe.
All right, how about for Centerville?
Yeah, and for Centerville, obviously it's Izzy Eide. She is the focal point of the offense for Centerville and averaging 20.4 and 6.9 rebounds and 3.9 steals, Joe. I mean, she can do it all for the Tornadoes, and it's just a matter of how she gets defended tonight. Usually she gets face guarded. She's one of the premier players in the state, and also she's a sophomore. So, I mean, how does Gayville-Volin defend her, Joe? That's the question, and how does she play against it to put some seriously needed points up from Centerville tonight?
All right, folks. Well, we're going to have the starting lineups, and this announcer is going to be live on the PA and live on Centerville Tornadoes Live with those introductions. They are coming up next on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
It's basketball season, Centerville, and whether the Tornadoes are tearing it up on the road or lighting up the home court, Tuffy's Bar and Grill is the place to be. When the Tornadoes hit the road, swing by Tuffy's for the best burgers, wings, and pizza in town. Catch every game on the big screens and cheer like you're courtside. And when the Tornadoes are home, make Tuffy's your official pre-game, warm-up, and post-game celebration spot. Great food, great fans, and the spirit of Centerville all under one roof.
As we welcome you back to Centerville High School in Centerville, South Dakota, we await Joe Van Gore, who will be doing the public address announcements along with the starting lineups ahead of this semifinal game in the region. It's a big one. We're excited to have you along with us. I'm Charlie Preen, joined by Joe Van Gore, who will be the main man on the mic tonight. We appreciate you all for tuning in. Should be an absolutely great matchup with two great teams, two premier teams in the state who would both do very well in the Sodak 16, Joe. I'll send it over to Joe Van Gore. He'll real shortly start our public address, and here we go.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Centerville High School. This is the 2026 South Dakota Region 4B Girls Basketball Tournament semifinals and Sodak 16 qualifier between the number 3 seed, the Gayville-Volin Raiders, and the number 2 seed, the Centerville Tornadoes. At this time, we ask you to please stand, if you're able, remove your caps and hats, place your right hand over your heart as we honor America and those who protect our freedom at both home and abroad, and in celebration of our 250th birthday as a nation with the singing of our national anthem sung this evening by Jordan Getz, a freshman at Centerville High School. Veterans and active military not in uniform may salute the flag. Jordan Getz from Centerville High School. Thank you. The South Dakota High School Activities Association and their corporate partners, Sanford Health, Dakota Bank, Farmers Union Insurance, Billion Automotive, the South Dakota Army National Guard welcomes you to tonight's game. High school sports are a privilege to play and a privilege to watch. A privilege that depends on responsible conduct in school hallways, classrooms, and playing fields. A privilege that depends on good sportsmanship. Enjoy the game tonight and support good sportsmanship. And now, fans, tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the Raiders of Gayville-Volin. At a forward, a 5'6" junior, number 3, Eliza Westrom. At center, a 5'8" junior, number 35, Maya Aiken. At a guard, a 5'9" junior, number 0, Jolie Westrom. At a guard, a 5'6" senior, number 10, Taylor Hoxing. And at guard for the Raiders, a 5'9" sophomore, number 23, Paisley Dimmer. The assistant coach is Brandon O'Connell, and the head coach for Gayville-Volin is Jason Selcher. And now, fans, the starting lineup for the Centerville Tornadoes. At a forward, a 5'8" senior, number 0, Tessa Eide. At a forward, a 5'7" freshman, number 3, Peyton Hansen. At a guard, a 5'5" junior, number 1, Lydia Austin. At a guard, a 5'5" junior, number 5, Bria Austin. And at guard for the Tornadoes, a 5'9" sophomore, number 21, Izzy Eide. The assistant coaches are Jamie Edberg, Baden Heyer, and Brady Childress. The head coach of Centerville is Tucker Tornberg. Fans, your officials for tonight's game are Jason Reinsdorfer, Drew Sweeter, and Kyle Tushin. These officials are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and hired by Region 4B with the mutual agreement of schools participating in tonight's game. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administrate the rules of the game.
That was absolutely excellent, Joe Van Gore.
All right, ready to go. Izzy Eide, Maya Aiken. Centerville and Gayville-Volin is underway. Ball is loose and picked up by the Raiders. Into the front court, Paisley Dimmer as Centerville comes out man-to-man. Out front, Allie Westrom. Here's Taylor Hoxing, guarded by Lydia Austin. Coming up on 10 to shoot for Gayville-Volin in their first possession of the game. Here down low to Aiken. Here's a kick out. Dead on 3 is short by Dimmer. And here comes Centerville with their first possession of the game. Izzy Eide to Tessa Eide. Gayville-Volin will start man-to-man.
And if you remember back to that game January 6th, Gayville-Volin had 3 3-pointers fall on that one, Joe.
You
so
bet.
They can do it.
Here's Izzy Eide inside the top of the key. Jumper no good. Rebound Aiken. So both teams come up empty on their first possessions of the game. Here out front, Westrom. Westrom, free throw line to Aiken. But Westrom fell down. Ball is intercepted by Tessa Eide. Here's a pass to Peyton Hansen, intercepted by Hoxing. So we played over a minute, still no score from the Purple Gem at Centerville High School. From the left, here's Hoxing driving. Misses the layup, but fouled by Lydia Austin. On Lydia, that's her first free throws of the game. Taylor Hoxing, 56 of 70, 80% on the season. First of 2 is good, and Gayville-Volin with the early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's a pretty good clip, Joe. I mean, anybody shooting 80% at the free throw line, you want up there.
Here's the second. Gets a nice roll, and Gayville-Volin leads 2-0 with 6:34 left to go, first quarter. For Centerville, Izzy Eide on the right. Gets a screen from Hanson. Left side, Bria Austin. Shuffled her feet. And it'll go to Gayville-Volin on an out-of-bounds side.
Yeah, here's another look at that travel.
Joe Westrom gets it into Hoxing. To Joe Westrom on the right. Here's Aiken just outside the arc. Dribbles a couple. Gives to the left side. Paisley Dimmer. Here's Hoxing. Aiken top of the key. Moving in is Hoxing. Runner in the lane, no good. And the rebound to Tessa Eide. Here comes Izzy Eide. With Gayville-Volin leading 2-0. Izzy Eide with the left hand. The layup is good, and we're tied at 2. 5:52 left to go in the first quarter. Here out front, Jolie Westrom stops, goes inside to Aiken. Aiken has the ball taken away by Izzy Eide. Izzy has Taylor Hoxing to beat. Baseline jumper, no good. And the rebound to Gayville-Volin with 5:30 left to go in the quarter and tied at 2. Again, Centerville and Gayville-Volin coming out man-to-man defensively. Here's Dimmer, down low to Aiken, and a reach-in foul on Izzy Eide. On Izzy, that is her first, second team of the quarter. So out of bounds, the Raiders will play it in. Hoxing will get it on the high post to Aiken, hands it off to Joe Westrom, and had her shot blocked. Rebound to the Raiders. A shot by Aiken in the lane won't fall. Tessa Eide with another rebound for Centerville. Tied at 2, 5 minutes to go first quarter.
Yeah, you said it, Joe. Another rebound for Tessa Eide. She's in the right spots right now.
And here's an illegal screen on Centerville, probably on Lydia Austin. Nope, it's on Bria Austin. That's her first third team foul this quarter on Centerville. So Taylor Hoxing will bring it across the timeline. In the middle, gets it to Allie Westrom. Westrom had the ball knocked away, got it back. Here's Aiken, down low to Westrom, Allie Westrom. Here is Joe Westrom to the basket. Layup too strong. Rebound to Lydia Austin. Up ahead, Peyton Hansen, who again, here's a three by Izzy Eide, and it rolls in. Izzy Eide with her first three of the Region 4B tournament. That's her 55th of the season. Tornadoes take their first lead at 5-2, 4:14 left to go in the first quarter. For Gayville-Volin, Paisley Dimmer. Dimmer still with her dribble. Will go to the right side. Cut off is Hoxing by Lydia Austin. Pass inside and a shot off the glass good for Allie Westrom. Their first field goal, second starter to score, and it's 5-4. Here's Tessa Eide. Here's Peyton Hansen driving with the left hand. The layup will roll in. Didn't have a great angle, but boy, the spin got it in. Peyton Hansen, the second Tornado starter to score, and it's 7-4. For Gayville-Volin, Allie Westrom, her defender falls down. Here's Hoxing driving in. Layup try, no good. Ball loose on the floor, and another foul on Izzy Eide, and that's two. And the fourth team foul.
So what do you do here if you're Coach Thornburg?
On Centerville. You bring in Ashlyn Hagena, the 5'11 sophomore, and Izzy Eide will get a rest. Ashlyn Hagena, a better matchup against Maya Aiken. Here is Joe Westrom. Paisley Dimmer. Dimmer pulls up for three, but it's way short. Hagena with the rebound.
Might have been blocked, Joe.
Centerville with a 7-4 lead, and they almost turn it over. Great save by Lydia Austin before an over and back. Under 3 to go in the first quarter. Here's a drive. Lydia Austin, layup good with the left hand. All those layups have been with the left hand. 9-4 Centerville.
Yeah, Joe, it's almost like Gayville-Volin's trying to force Centerville to go left, and they're doing well so far.
Here out front, Allie Westrom, Taylor Hoxing. Hoxing to Maya Aiken. Aiken had the ball knocked away, got it back. Hoxing in the corner for 3. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. It comes to Gayville-Volin. Here's Dimmer moving in from the left. Layup no good. Might have been partially deflected. Peyton Hansen the other way for Centerville. Tornadoes by 5 with 2:11 left to go in the first quarter. Coach Tornberg calls out play number 5. Here's Hansen on the right outside the arc. And to Tessa Eide. Would love to see Tessa get on the scoreboard. She was scoreless Tuesday night. Here's a runner by Bria Austin. Missed the shot, fell down, but a foul is called. The first on Gayville-Volin. And it's on Maya Aiken, her first team of this quarter.
Taking a look at Ashlyn Hagen of the last few defensive possessions, Joe. I talked about it before the game. You have to have good minutes from her. She's looking really good inside right now defensively.
She'll get the pass on the high post inbounds. Here out front, Tessa Eide dead on 3. Short gets her own rebound. And a fresh 35 for Centerville with 99 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Peyton Hansen. Here's Lydia Austin to Peyton. Shot in the corner for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Hegena. And it was knocked away from her by Maya Aiken. In for Centerville, Ella Reuter, the 5'5 junior, and Lydia Austin with a bucket.
Here's another look at that one. It's a good call.
On the end line, here it goes into Hegena. Tip to Hansen, up and no good. And another offensive board, this time Tessa Eide. Here's a bank 3 that won't go for Bria Austin, and Gayville-Volin with the rebound. Centerville had the ball a lot in that possession, but came away empty. Here down low is Allie Westrom, and she'll score again. She has 4 straight, and the Tornadoes lead 9-6 under a minute to go in a defensive first quarter. Here's Ella Reuter handing it off to Bria Austin. Tessa Eide, Ella Reuter, Bria Austin. Bria in the corner. Tessa for 3, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebound off the floor. Last touch by Paisley Dimmer. Here's the first sub for Gayville-Volin. Miley Hansen, a 5'5 junior. Paisley Dimmer will come out. 38.9 left to go in the quarter. Inbounds pass to Peyton Hansen. Hands it off to Bria Austin. Quick 3. Missed the mark completely. Joe Westrom, the rebound. And into the front court for Gayville-Volin, being hassled by Tessa Eide. Here out front to Hansen. To Joe Westrom in the corner, gets a screen from Aiken. 15 seconds to play. Aiken going to the basket, and good. 4 straight by Gayville-Volin. Now down to 5 seconds. Tessa Eide will give it to Peyton Hansen. Long 3 at the buzzer. Off the rim, no good. And after 1, Centerville 9 and Gayville-Volin 8 in the semifinals and Sodak 16 qualifier of the South Dakota Region 4B Girls Basketball Tournament. Back with the second quarter after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Wait on the graphic.
Centerville with the ball to start the second quarter first. A layup by Izzy Eide, who's playing with 2 fouls and has 5 points missed. And a tie-up on the rebound. It'll go to Gayville-Volin. Gayville-Volin on a little 4-0 run at the end of the first quarter. And a 9-4 lead is now a 9-8 lead. And Gayville-Volin with a chance to take their second lead of the game. Here's Hoxing in the lane. Kicks it out. Jolie Westrom stuck on the baseline. Here is Miley Hansen. Ball kicked off the floor by Peyton Hansen of Centerville.
Let's take a look at that bracket real quick, Joe. The top of the bracket, Freeman up earlier right now in the end of the first quarter, 12-10, and obviously we're still locked at 9-8 here.
Dimmer back in for Gayville-Volin. Kendra Beck is the other reserve that you might see for Gayville-Volin, a 5'5 sophomore. And here is a pass into the backcourt to Dimmer. Dimmer will go to the right side, and here's a shot underneath, good for Eliza Westrom. She has 6, and the Raiders have 6 straight, leading Centerville 10-9, 7:10 left to go, first half. Here's Peyton Hansen to Lydia Austin, to Tessa Eide. Tessa on the drive, layup no good, blocking foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Centerville, their first trip to the line tonight. And the foul is on Eliza Westrom, her first team of this quarter. Tessa Eide at the line, and the first of 2, no good. Tessa, before that miss, 19 of 37, 51%. Second on the way, good. She is the 4th Centerville starter to score, tied at 10, ending a 6-0 Gayville-Volin run. Under 7 minutes to go, first half. Aiken to Hoxing, to Aiken. Here in the corner, a 3 that's too long for Jolie Westrom. Back the other way, Centerville. Tessa Eide in the lane is tied up. Gets it in the corner to Lydia Austin. Now to Bria Austin. Bria out front to Peyton Hansen. Here is a drive by Lydia Austin. Blocked out of bounds, but a hack on Paisley Dimmer of Gayville-Volin. Her first, second team of the quarter. So Lydia Austin at the line. 10 of 17 on the season. First of 2 is good. No, they gave that to Maya Aiken. I'm sorry. That's her second. So take that one off of Eliza Westrom. Second on the way, good. Lydia Austin has 4. Centerville with 3 straight leads 12-10, 6:24 left to go before halftime. For Gayville-Volin, Hoxing on the drive, layup, good. Hoxing with her first field goal has 4, tied at 12, 6:11 left to go, first half. For Centerville, Tessa Eide. Here's Peyton Hansen on the drive. Stopped right side of the lane. Tessa Eide to Bria Austin. Bria, Tessa, no. Izzy Eide for 3, no good. And the rebound comes to Centerville, and they get a fresh 35. Here is Izzy Eide. Izzy to the rack. Left-handed layup, good.
Yeah, when she has that much space, Joe, it's like an isolation. No one down there, and she puts it up with ease.
14-12. So now a 5-0 run by Centerville. 5:29 left to go, first half. Here down low, a pass intended for Dimmer, knocked away. Tessa Eide the other way, has numbers. Here's Peyton Hansen driving to the rack with the right hand, and the layup is good. Peyton Hansen has 4.
And again, Joe, it really shows her maturity from the first game to now. She wasn't doing that January 6th.
It's now a 7-0 run and a blocking foul on Izzy Eide, and that's her third. And the first team this quarter. Wow. Ashlyn Hagena, Ella Reuter back in, Izzy Eide, and a 30-second timeout wanted by Gayville-Volin. 5:04 left to go in the first half. Tornadoes 16, Raiders 12 in Region 4B on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your path. And at Northern State University, you'll lead the pack. It's part of the Northern experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
As we welcome you back to Centerville High School in Centerville, South Dakota, we're going to take you back to January 6th when these two teams met, and that score 57-46. But Joe, foul trouble is what Centerville got themselves into. Lydia Austin fouled out in the game, and Tessa Eide nearly fouled out in that one as well, but she had 3 fouls early. Similar look going on right now.
And a shot off the glass by the Raiders, no good. Maya Aiken on the floor gets the rebound and gets it to Dimmer. Here's Taylor Hoxing stuck in the lane. Jolie Westrom inside to Aiken, off the glass, good. Maya Aiken, playing with 2 fouls, has 4, and that breaks a 7-0 Centerville run, 16-14 Tornadoes, 4:29 left to go in the half. Ella Reuter, and she traveled. And Coach Tucker Tornberg needs a hug. In the other half of Region 4B in the semis, Parkston 17 and Freeman 16, 5:31 left to go in the first half in Parkston at the Armory. Here's Dimmer against Bria Austin. Dimmer from the left to the middle, Hoxing on the right outside the arc. Here is Jolie Westrom looking for a screen, gets it from Aiken. Westrom driving, little runner, good. Jolie Westrom is the 4th Gayville-Volin starter to score, tied at 16. 3:52 left to go before halftime. Bria Austin in the lane, missed the layup. Paisley Dimmer with the rebound. Coach Jason Selcher waving, play number 2. 2 more in for Centerville at the next dead ball, but one of them is not Izzy Eide, who has 3 fouls with 3:27 left in the half. Here's Maya Aiken, left corner 3, good! Maya Aiken with her 12th 3 of the season. She's got 7, and the Raiders on a run with a 5-0 run. No, a 7-0 run. And it's 19-16 Raiders. Here's Hagena to Lydia Austin, Bria Austin, right side Ella Reuter. Reuter to Lydia Austin driving, kicks it to Tessa Eide. Tessa from the block, missed the layup over Aiken, and the rebound to Eliza Westrom.
That's a multitude of empty possessions lining up here for Centerville.
Yep. Here's Paisley Dimmer. Dimmer to the right to Joe Westrom. And a drive and a layup, no good, with the stick.
About the first one of those that hasn't fallen this quarter.
And Centerville throws it away. I think Tucker Tornberg might need a timeout. Peyton Hansen, Haley Childress in for the first time, the 5'8 senior. Yeah, Gayville-Volin only goes 2 deep on their bench, Centerville 3 deep on their bench, and 2 of them are playing off the bench right now. Well, no, not exactly. Yeah, Hagena and Haley Childress. 19-16. Raiders on a 7-0 run after Centerville went on a 7-0 run. Shot by Aiken from the left block, no good. Back the other way, Centerville. Here is Peyton Hansen, Lydia Austin. Peyton from the left to the middle. Here is Lydia Austin trying to find a lane. Bria Austin on the drive, and the layup is no good. 19-16, Gayville-Volin, 1:44 left to go before halftime. Here's Paisley Dimmer. Again, Izzy Eide on the Centerville bench with 3 fouls and 7 points. Here in the lane, Westrom down low to Aiken. Aiken had her shot blocked, got it back, gets out of trouble. Here's a drive and a layup too strong for Jolie Westrom. Rebound to Hegena. Centerville hasn't had a bucket in about, 2 minutes of game time. Here's Peyton Hansen to Bria Austin, to Lydia Austin. Out front, Peyton Hansen. Here's a pull-up 3 by Bria Austin, too strong, and the rebound to Maya Aiken under a minute to go in the half. Raiders lead 19-16, still on a 7-0 run. Here's a shot in the lane, good for Eliza Westrom. She has 8, 4 in each quarter. Now a 9-0 run. It's 21-16. Biggest lead for Gayville-Volin with about 30 seconds to go in the half. Here's Peyton Hansen with a pull-up jumper. No good. Hegena is going to be called for a rebound foul. With 24.9 left to go in the half. Ashlyn Hegena with her first second team of the quarter. Tessa Eide back in. Hegena out. So unless Centerville can come up with a 5-point play in 24.9, Gayville-Volin will have the lead at the half. But it's been a low-scoring first half compared to what these two teams average during the season. Here is Dimmer driving. Dimmer, reverse layup, almost went. Rebound, Tessa Eide with 5, 4, Bria Austin. It goes to Lydia Austin, pull-up 3 at the buzzer, no good. And at halftime, Gayville-Volin 21 and Centerville 16. Gayville-Volin ends the half on a 9-0 run after Centerville had a 7-0 run. So coming up at halftime, we'll have the scoring, analysis, scores from the other Class B regions. All of that coming up here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
All right, back at the Purple Gym at Centerville High School at halftime. In the bottom half of the bracket in the semis, in the SODAC 16 qualifier in the South Dakota Region 4B Girls Basketball Tournament, it's Gayville-Volin 21 and Centerville 16. After Centerville went on a 7-0 run, trailing 12-9 to lead 16-12, Tornadoes went silent on offense for the last 3 or 4 minutes of the first half, while Gayville-Volin went on a 9-0 run, and they lead by 5 at the half. Charlie Preen.
Yeah, Joe, it seems like Centerville's seen this one before. Playing good defense when need be, but just inside working really good as Allie Westrom right now, as well as all the Gayville-Volin players. They're making those shots inside that are tough to make, but they're falling right now. They didn't fall quite the way they did in the second quarter that they did in the first quarter, but you have to have Izzy Eide out there on the floor, Joe. There's no ifs and buts about it. Staying out of foul trouble, one of the big keys to the game, but 3 fouls in the first half isn't going to make it easy on Coach Tornberg, deciding how he's going to go move forward with putting Izzy Eide, their best scorer, on the floor.
That's right. Izzy picked up 2 fouls basically right away in the game, and then picked up her third in the second quarter after scoring. So in the first half scoring summary, first of all for Gayville-Volin, 4 out of their 5 starters have scored, none off the bench. Allie Westrom has 8 at the half. Maya Aiken has 7. Taylor Hoxing with 4. Jolie Westrom with 2. Paisley Dimmer started at a guard for Gayville-Volin, hasn't scored. Miley Henson played off the bench but didn't score. Gayville-Volin, 9 field goals, one of those a three-pointer by Maya Aiken in the second quarter, and Gayville-Volin 2 for 2 from the line. For Centerville, 4 out of their 5 starters have scored, none off the bench. Izzy Eide, with those 3 fouls, has 7 points at the half. Peyton Hansen 4, Lydia Austin with 4, and Tessa Eide with 1. Bria Austin started for Centerville, hasn't scored. Haley Childress, Ella Reuter, Ashlyn Hagena all played off the bench for Centerville in the first half but didn't score. Centerville, 6 field goals, one of those a three-pointer by Izzy Eide in the first quarter. Centerville, 3 out of 4 from the line at the half, and the Raiders lead 21-16. Again, the winner of this game goes to the Class B girls, SODAC 16, next Tuesday. Charlie and I will be back to check the other region scores on the semifinal Thursday night in the regions after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Just a quick reminder from the parts team at Grossenberg Implement. The Grossenberg Custom Parts Catalog has some great sale items going on right now. From batteries and lawn care products, you'll also find deals on radios, cameras, spray paint, and cleaners. Whew, there's so much going on in there. Can't fit it all into one spot. So stop in and get your copy, or let their staff know to add you to the mailer at Grossenberg Implement.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do, because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
All right, back in Centerville at halftime, Gayville-Volin 21, Centerville 16 in the semis and the SODAC 16 qualifier in the South Dakota Region 4B Girls Basketball Tournament. Let's check the other scores. First of all, in the upper bracket of Region 4B at halftime, number 1 seed Parkston leads number 4 seed Freeman 24-23. So, well, a couple of defensive battles so far in Region 4B. Let's check the other semifinals in the other Class B regions. At the half, number 1 Wabash Summit leads number 5 Hitchcock-Tulare 28-21. That's in 1B. Number 3 Warner leads number 2 Northwestern 20-14 with 3 minutes to go first half. Under 1 minute to go in overtime. Number 1 Arlington and number 5 DeSmet.
That'd shake things up.
Are tied at 73. Yes, it would. Number 2 Castlewood and number 3 Dubrook area will come after Arlington and DeSmet. And Ethan rallied to defeat Sanborn Central Woonsocket 43-36 to advance to the Sodak 16. Number 2 Coleman Egan and Chester just underway. No score in that one. In Region 5, hang on a second, folks. My phone or SD score feed is being fussy. In Region 5, number 1 Lyman defeated number 5 Burke 58-28. And then number 2 Corsica Stickney and Gregory will play. In Region 6 at halftime, number 1 Highmore Herald leads number 4 North Central 32-23. At halftime, Ipswich, number 3 seed, leads number 2 Harriet Selby area 39-19. In Region 7 at halftime, number 1 Bennett County, the defending B champion, leads number 4 Kadoka area 27-17. 1 minute to go in the half. Number 2 Wall and number 3 Jones County are tied at 20. In Region 8, number 1 Harding County leads number 5 Timberlake 28-8. 4 minutes to go first half. And 3 minutes to go before halftime. Number 3 McIntosh leads number 7 Faith 12-9. And those are the scores in the other regions. All right, about ready to go. And I'll bet you the change in my pocket that Izzy Eide will be starting the third quarter for Centerville. For Gayville-Volin, Eliza Westrom, Maya Aiken, Jolie Westrom, Taylor Hoxing, and Paisley Dimmer will start the third. And it will be Centerville basketball to start the third. Centerville, Tessa Eide, Peyton Hansen, Lydia Austin, Bria Austin, and Izzy Eide. By the way, Gayville-Volin in their road navy blue trimmed out in Vegas gold and white. Centerville in their home uniforms trimmed out in purple and in gold. So Izzy Eide will inbound it. And the third quarter underway. It goes into Lydia Austin. Lydia on the left, Tessa Eide. Here is Bria Austin to Peyton Hansen. Peyton driving, layup good. Peyton Hansen with 6. And that ends a 9-0 Gayville-Volin run late in the first half. It's 21-18 Raiders, their first possession of the third quarter. Here's a bounce pass right side to Taylor Hoxing. To Joe Westrom. Gets the screen. Westrom will give it to Hoxing right side. Hoxing trying to drive. Bria Austin fell down. Here's Dimmer to Hoxing with 5 to shoot. Maya Aiken in the lane, missed everything. Offensive rebound to the Raiders. And a three-pointer at the shot clock buzzer by Westrom. Joe Westrom is no good. Here's Tessa Eide, Peyton Hansen. Who's got the guard on Izzy Eide? It is Joe Westrom. Here's Izzy to Peyton Hansen. Pull up 3, too strong, and the rebound, Maya Aiken. 21-18, Gayville-Volin. Aiken inside will get a return pass, has the ball knocked away. Here's Dimmer. Dimmer with a run in the lane, and the shot no good. Rebound, Peyton Hansen.
The Smith and Arlington going into double overtime, Joe.
Here out front, Izzy Eide. Izzy backing down off the glass. Good with the left hand. Izzy Eide with 9. 21-20. Centerville starts the third on a 4-0 run with 6:09 left to go in the quarter.
And Centerville just looks like a whole different team with Izzy Eide out there offensively.
Taylor Hoxing drives in, misses the layup, loose ball, and a foul on Maya Aiken, and that's her third.
Two of your biggest players in the ball game with 3 fouls right now, Joe.
And that's the first team this quarter. Yep, I gave Paisley Dimmer the foul that should have gone to Aiken in the second quarter, and now Maya Aiken with 3, first team of this quarter. Centerville with a chance to take the lead, trailing 21-20, under 6 to go in the third quarter. Down low, Tessa Eide. Tessa posted up on Aiken with the left hand, layup good. Tessa Eide with her first field goal has 3 points. Again, she didn't score against TDA on Tuesday night. 6-0 run by Centerville to lead 22-21. 5:30 left to go in the third. Here's Taylor Hoxing and a reach-in foul. They're calling it awful close, folks. And the foul on Lydia Austin, her second, first team this quarter. With a fresh shot clock, Joe Westrom will throw it in to Hoxing. Down low to Dimmer. Dimmer posted up. Ball's knocked away by Tessa Eide. Loose on the floor. Picked up by Bria Austin. Up ahead to Izzy Eide. Tessa Eide driving in. Had her layup blocked. Ball loose on the floor. Aiken has it for Gayville-Volin. Up ahead to Dimmer. And Dimmer traveled in the lane.
Izzy Eide thought she had another foul there. She looked over and was like, no, not me.
22-21. Centerville on a 6-0 run with 5:07 left in the third. Izzy Eide into Bria Austin. Centerville hasn't used a timeout yet. Gayville-Volin's used one. Peyton Hansen trapped under the basket. And a timeout wanted.
There you go, Joe.
By Centerville, asking you shall receive. 30-second timeout Centerville with 4:55 left in the third. Centerville 22, Gayville-Volin 21. On Centerville Tornadoes Live.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
4:55 left in the third. First time out by Centerville to save possession, really. Here's Lydia Austin on the baseline to throw it in. She'll lob it in to Bria Austin, to Peyton Hansen, Tessa Eide, who has a bucket this quarter. Lydia Austin in the lane. Here's Bria Austin driving. Shot too strong. And Taylor Hoxing rips away the rebound. We're almost halfway through the third. Here's a shot in the lane short by Allie Westrom. But Gayville-Volin gets the offensive board, and it was Allie Westrom that got it. Here's Taylor Hoxing inside to Aiken. Driving on the baseline, Jolie Westrom. Paisley Dimmer driving off the glass, no good. Rebound, Peyton Hansen.
And like the first quarter, those shots rolling on the rim, not falling for Gayville-Volin right now.
Here's Izzy Eide with the touch. Drives, layup, good. Izzy Eide, first player for either team with 11. It's a 8-0 run for Centerville halfway through the third quarter. It's 24-21. Eliza Westrom. Ball knocked away by Izzy. Don't foul, Izzy.
Playing with fire right now, I mean.
Absolutely. Here's Maya Aiken coming up on 10 to shoot for Gayville-Volin. There's 10. Here is Jolie Westrom driving on Tessa Eide, and the layup good. first bucket by Gayville-Volin in the quarter, and it came with about 3:30 left in the quarter. Izzy Eide, Peyton Hansen. Hansen driving down. Peyton driving in, left the layup short, rebound Aiken. Here's Taylor Hoxing the other way. Gayville-Volin trailing 24-23. Aiken with the ball. Here's a pull-up three by Westrom. In and out, no good. It wouldn't stick. And back the other way, Lydia Austin. Lydia driving, stopped, will go up and score! Lydia Austin with a great move. 4 out of the 5 Centerville starters have scored this quarter, and it's 26-23 Centerville, 2:44 left in the third. Here is Joe Westrom looking for Aiken. Here's Dimmer with a dead-on three, short. Rebound, Aiken. Here's a pull-up three by Aiken, no good. Izzy Eide gets the rebound and heads up court. Izzy up ahead, Lydia Austin. An open pull-up three, no good. Taylor Hoxing with the rebound for Gayville-Volin. Centerville with a 10-2 run in this quarter. 2:06 left in the quarter. Here's Joe Westrom to Dimmer. Dimmer in the lane. Can't find anything. 15 to shoot. Down low to Aiken. Aiken, short turnaround, good. And a timeout, Gayville-Volin. Maya Aiken with 7. And it's a 30-second timeout. 1:52 left in the third. Centerville 26. Gayville-Volin 25 on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
1:52 left in the quarter. Gayville-Volin choose both their 30s for timeouts, so 3 fulls left for Jason Selchert. Centerville, 3 fulls and a 30. Tornadoes with a 1-point lead in the ball with 1:45 left in the third. Peyton Hansen, Lydia Austin. Peyton, Bria Austin for 3, and it's no good. Centerville and Gayville-Volin each have 1 3s. And the 3 is such a big part of what Centerville does.
Yeah, and look at the sagging defense. Coach Thornburg talked about it the other night, but they're sagging down for that right there.
Here's a steal by Tessa Eide, and here's a layup, easy layup for Bria Austin. All 5 Centerville starters have scored, and all 5 Centerville starters have scored this quarter. 28-25 Centerville, 1:05 left to go in the third. Miley Hansen checked in for Gayville-Volin at the quarter break. Almost a steal by Lydia Austin. Eliza Westrom. Under a minute to go. Here's Aiken against Ashlyn Hagena, who's back in. Miley Hansen. Here's a skip pass to Hoxing on the right. Down low. A shot blocked by Peyton Hansen and knocked out of bounds, Eliza Westrom. What a defensive play by Peyton Hansen. Izzy Eide will check back in, and Ashlyn Hagena will come out. Neither team has a point off their bench, Charlie.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to say. I mean, not understandable, I guess, for Gayville-Volin and their bench, but I mean, wow, what's going on right now up and down the floor, and the swing of points in this quarter, it's like just what the doctor ordered for Centerville.
Shot clock and the game clock are separated by about 2 seconds. So 20 to shoot, 22 to play in the quarter. Tornadoes 28, Gayville-Volin 25, and Centerville winding the clock down. Here's Bria Austin with 10 to shoot, 12 to play in the quarter. Here's Izzy Eide. Izzy, long 3, and it's high off the rim and off one of the supports, which is out of bounds. Ashlyn Hagena back in. Izzy Eide out. Ella Reuter will come back in. And somebody got to come out. That is Lydia Austin.
Don't let him get a foul or a shot up. You can foul him, really. I mean, you got fouls to give.
Each team with only one team foul. 4, 3. Hoxing with 2, 1. Puts it up. No good at the buzzer. Centerville 28. Gayville-Volin 25. 8 more minutes to go to the Sodak 16. Back with the fourth quarter after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Eight more minutes to go to the Class B girls, Sodak 16. Centerville with a 12-4 run in that quarter leads 28-25. Gayville-Volin with the ball first. Maya Aiken. Here's a layup off a great screen by Miley Hansen. And Eliza Westrom in double figures with 10. 28-27. Centerville with 20 seconds gone in the fourth. Here's Lydia Austin to Bria Austin. Bria to Tessa Eide. Here is an open three. Bria Austin, it's good! Bria Austin with only the second three of the game for Centerville. Bria with 43s on the season. And Centerville by 4. 31-27, and a pass to Aiken goes right through her hands to the Tornadoes. Up ahead, Bria Austin. Down low, Peyton Hansen. Reverse layup, good! Peyton Hansen. Centerville with 5 straight, leading by 6. That's 2 possessions with under 7 to go.
And again, Joe, the maturity of Peyton Hansen is really showing right now.
Here on the right side of the lane, Joe Westrom. Miley Hansen driving off the glass, no good. Rebound, Peyton Hansen. No, Tessa Eide. Up ahead, Bria Austin lost the ball, knocked it away from Taylor Hoxing out of bounds. It'll be Raider basketball. Paisley Dimmer in. Miley Hansen, who set a great screen for Eliza Westrom for that layup bucket by Gayville-Volin. And it's 33-27 Tornadoes, 6:35 to go. The biggest lead for Centerville, if I can remember, was 16-9, yeah, when they went on a 7-0 run. And now here's a reach-in foul on, I believe, Peyton Hansen. Peyton Hansen will pick up her first team this quarter. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 fouls on Centerville and only 4 on Gayville-Volin in the entire game, and a steal by Tessa Eide. Up ahead to Peyton Hansen, in traffic, fouled, and will shoot 2 with 6:10 to go. Maya Aiken just picked up her 4th and the first team this quarter on Gayville-Volin. First of 2 for Peyton is right down the sock. Peyton, 64 of 94 before that make. Again, she had 13 out of her 16 points in the fourth quarter against TDA, and she gets both here. Centerville by 8, 35-27, 6:05 to go. Hoxing driving, left it short, foul on Lydia Austin, and that'll be her 3rd. Lydia Austin with her third, second team. Taylor Hoxing, 2 for 2 from the line. Those were the only free throws for Gayville-Volin so far tonight. First of 2, no good. Hasn't scored in the second half. Paisley Dimmer, the third guard for Gayville-Volin, hasn't scored in the game. The second on the way, good. 5 for the 5'6" senior, the only senior on this team. Gayville-Volin's got 4 starters coming back next year. Here's Izzy Eide in traffic. Short shot, short. Rebound, Taylor Hoxing. 35-28, Centerville, 5:48 to go. Here's Dimmer. Dimmer to the rack, left it short. And a rebound tip to Dimmer. Baseline jumper, good. So Dimmer is the 5th Gayville-Volin starter to score. 3 straight by the Raiders. 35-30. Peyton Hansen, Lydia Austin, Tessa Eide. Tessa in the lane. Here's a great feed and the layup good to Bria Austin. Boy, that was pretty. Tessa drew the defense to her, and wide open was Bria Austin going to the rack, and it's 37-30, 5:11 to go. For Gayville-Volin, Joe Westrom. In the corner, Taylor Hoxing. Hoxing for 3, and it's missed completely. Rebound, Peyton Hansen. Oh, and a travel. Peyton couldn't decide if she wanted to pass or stop. She passed and traveled. 4:56 to go. And Centerville leads 37-30. Under a minute to go in the third in Parkston. Parkston 36, Freeman 35. Timeout on the floor. Full timeout to Gayville-Volin. 4:56 to go. Centerville 37, Gayville-Volin 30 on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
A lot of family members don't realize when you get picked to be the executor of mom and dad's estate or the trustee, it is a thankless job. I have met with lots of families where the heartstring emotion of selling a family farm, if you're not a farmer and not been in a farming family, you can't understand the dynamics that go in with that. You just got to be patient, let them air any concerns that they have, listen to them, and try to understand the struggles that everyone goes through and make it a positive experience.
Centerville with a big second half going. They outscored Gayville-Volin 12-4 in the third. So far in the fourth, they have 9 points, Raiders with 5. And in the other Region 4B semifinal, Sodak 16 qualifier, and seconds running off, 38-35 Parkston over Freeman. So side out to Taylor Hoxing of the Raiders. Here's Joe Westrom. Westrom down low and a tie-up. It'll go to Centerville. Paisley Dimmer tied up. And I believe it was Lydia Austin that tied her up. 4:45 to go. Into the front court, Bria Austin. Wide open 3, Peyton Hansen passed it up. Bria Austin, Lydia Austin, Tessa Eide. Here on the left is Izzy Eide, who has 11. And here's a steal by Paisley Dimmer of Gayville-Volin, and knocked away. Save! What a great save! No! I thought Bria Austin saved it for Izzy Eide, but she stepped on the line. It would have been a heck of a save if she'd done it. 4:22 to go. Tornadoes by 7. Hoxing gets it into Joe Westrom. Westrom to Hoxing. Pull up 3. Short. Rebound Aiken. Aiken going to the basket. Missed it. Rebound Bria Austin. And again, Maya Aiken playing with 4 fouls for Gayville-Volin. Almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Right there. 37-30 Centerville. Izzy Eide. Pull up 3. No good. And an offensive rebound, Tessa Eide, but throws it into the hands of Eliza Westrom, looking for, I believe, Peyton Hansen.
Here's final now, Joe. DeSmit defeats Arlington in our first big upset of the night.
That is. Here's Aiken, left corner three, too strong. Rebound to Gayville-Volin, to Eliza Westrom. Here's Hoxing driving, and a foul on Lydia Austin, which will be her fourth and third team this quarter. And it's a foul on the floor. Here comes Ella Reuter back in for Centerville. Again, both teams still without a point off their bench. Hoxing. Joe Westrom. Pass to Aiken. Knocked away. Aiken will get it in the corner. Here's Hoxing driving. Little runner. No good. Battle for the rebound. Putback is no good by Eliza Westrom. Here comes Centerville with Peyton Hansen. Peyton driving. Layup is good.
That is huge.
Peyton Hansen, 8 of her 12 in the second half. Tornadoes up by 9, their biggest lead with 3 minutes to go. Here out front, Eliza Westrom. Dimmer to Aiken. Ball goes past her, a fight for it. And Gayville-Volin turns it over. Great save at midcourt by Eliza Westrom. But Aiken couldn't catch up with it. It'll go to Centerville. Lydia Austin back in, and Ella Reuter will come out. Miley Hansen back in. Paisley Dimmer, who has a bucket this quarter, will come out. 39-30, 2:47 to go. Just got to make good decisions, both teams. But Gayville-Volin needs points, and they need them in a hurry, as Centerville is kind of milking the clock right now. Lydia Austin, Bria Austin, now 15 to shoot, 2:28 to play. Centerville by 9. Here is Lydia Austin, 9 to shoot. Izzy Eide, right corner three, too long. And the rebound, Eliza Westrom for Gayville-Volin. Aiken up ahead to Westrom. Here's Aiken with a pull-up three, and it's no good. Rebound, Lydia Austin gets it up ahead to Izzy Eide, up ahead to Bria Austin. The layup is good.
What a relay, I mean, wow.
And a timeout wanted by Centerville. Bria Austin, 9 points in the second half. Full timeout Centerville with 1:59 to go. Centerville 41, Gayville-Volin 30. Back after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Back in 5. 1:59 to go, Charlie Preen. Centerville 41, Gayville-Volin 30. Kind of a opposite of what was happening in the first half. Centerville was having shots roll off. Now Gayville-Volin is having shots roll off here in the second half and at the wrong time.
Yeah, exactly, and it's similar to our first game this year. A lot of those shots rolling on the rim fell for Gayville-Volin. Many shots inside. I mean, they had 20 field goals in the game that fell for them. They don't have that tonight, and that's the difference. I mean, a lot of inside shots going in for Centerville, but again, having Izzy Eide on the floor, massive for Centerville right now.
That's right. 2 fouls in the first quarter, 1 early in the second, sat for the rest, and Gayville-Volin led 21-16 at the half. Miley Hansen on the dribble for the Raiders, and there's the fourth on Izzy Eide. Whoops, got her hand caught in the cookie jar. That is her fourth team this quarter, but Tucker Tornberg ain't going to take Izzy out right now. Inbounds pass to Taylor Hoxing. Gets control of it. Being guarded by Bria Austin. and almost lost it again. Pass inside. Allie Westrom off the glass. Good. Westrom with 12. And now Jason Selchert telling, here's Ashlyn Hagener. He was telling his team to come up and defend. 1:22 to go, 41-32 in favor of Centerville. So Centerville with a 11-point lead, their biggest of the game. It's back down to 9. Here is a foul on Taylor Hoxing. That's her first, second team. Hagener out. Lydia Austin with 4 fouls will come back in.
And talk about the valuable minutes of Ashlyn Hagener tonight, Joe. She has been doing great inside. Just her presence alone doing what needs to be done inside tonight against Gayville-Volin.
Well, she's a great matchup for Maya Aiken. And you know what? You'll probably see that next year too. Here is Lydia Austin into Bria Austin. Bria with Hoxing on her. Plenty of time to shoot. Here is... Now is Gayville-Volin going to foul? Because there's 1 minute to go, 21 to shoot, and finally a foul on Hoxing. And the Raiders have 3 more fouls to go. Taylor Hoxing with her second, third team. Now they need 2 more to put Centerville at the line. Centerville 5 out of 6 from the line. Gayville-Volin 3 of 4. Lydia Austin to throw it in. Bria Austin was pushed by Taylor Hoxing. Bria hit the floor and lost the ball. No call. Wow.
Here's a replay of that one. Bria Austin coming for the ball. Hoxing goes for it as well, but...
Well, there was contact, but Gayville-Volin has it. Under a minute to go. Here's Aiken in the lane. No good. Oh, a foul on Peyton Hansen.
That'll be... Oh, she's done.
No. Peyton Hansen
okay,
with her second.
You're right.
But that's the 5th team. Gayville-Volin's at the line for the rest of the game in the bonus. Maya Aiken will shoot 2. Timeout. Centerville, are they taking a 30? Yep, we'll keep it here. 49.8 to go. Centerville 41, Gayville-Volin 32. Under 5 to go in Parkston. Parkston 43 and Freeman 37 to go to the Sodak 16. Gayville-Volin, or Centerville led 9-8 after ones. Gayville-Volin led 21-16 at the half. Centerville led 28-25 after 3. So far this quarter, 13 points for Centerville, 7 for Gayville-Volin. Maya Aiken at the line, 45 of 83, 54% coming in. First of 2, no good. Gayville-Volin now 3 out of 5 from the line. 41-32 Centerville, 49.8 to go. Aiken's second is good. She's in double figures with 10. And a foul on Miley Hansen, her first, 4th team. So now a reset of the shot clock, and you have 10 seconds to get it across the line. Izzy Eide to throw it in. Izzy will get it to Lydia Austin. Lydia across the timeline. Peyton Hansen driving. Easy lay-in for 2 with the left hand. 43-33. 37 seconds to go. For Gayville-Volin, Joe Westrom with a 3, no good. Rebound to Izzy Eide, and Centerville can run out the clock. Jason Selchert says don't foul. The final score will read Centerville 43, Gayville-Volin 33. A big offensive and defensive second half as the last 5 seconds will tick down. Izzy Eide next to the official, and there it is. Centerville again advances to the Class B girls, Sodak 16. They avenge a regular season loss to Gayville-Volin here on this floor back on January 6th, 57-46. Centerville with a big second half, again offensively and defensively, beat Gayville-Volin 43-33. Gayville-Volin will end their season at 16-5. They will have 4 starters back next year. And Centerville, now at 20-2, will advance to the Class B Sodak 16 next Tuesday. And I got to believe, Charlie, we'll be on the road somewhere with the Tornadoes coming up next Tuesday. We'll be back with our post game after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
It's basketball season, Centerville, and whether the Tornadoes are tearing it up on the road or lighting up the home court, Tuffy's Bar and Grill is the place to be. When the Tornadoes hit the road, swing by Tuffy's for the best burgers, wings, and pizza in town. Catch every game on the big screens and cheer like you're courtside. And when the Tornadoes are home, make Tuffy's your official pre-game, warm-up, and post-game celebration spot. Great food, great fans, and the spirit of Centerville all under one roof.
Back at the Purple Gem at Centerville High School, along with our sponsors and Charlie Preen, Joe Van Gore. And it's becoming a habit for the Centerville Tornado girls reaching the Class B Sodak 16. Of course, a couple years ago, they won the Class B title. Last year, they were third, so they are one game away from going back to the State B tournament, which this time, if I'm not mistaken, is in Watertown. But strong second half by Centerville, both offensively and defensively, and they win by the final of 43-33, Charlie.
Yeah, a phenomenal game in that second half. I mean, at halftime, Centerville fans looking around saying, what are we doing wrong inside right now? How can we be better with those inside shots? And defensively, how do we stop Gayville-Volin from getting inside and putting up that easy shot that worked so well for them in the first game of the season? But as they say, Joe, it's the age-old tale. It's hard to beat a team twice in the same year. And Centerville showed it right now, or at least tonight, that if you have your best players on the floor, like Izzy Idy, and you stay out of foul trouble, you will win games like this.
All right. After one, Centerville led 9-8. At halftime, Gayville-Volin led 21-16. That was with Izzy Idy on the bench with 3 fouls. She got 2 in the first quarter, 1 early in the second, so she sat out a lot of the second quarter. But Centerville with a 12-4 run in the third quarter to lead 28-25 after 3. Then in the fourth quarter, a 15-8 run to win 43-33. And we'll have Coach Tucker Tornberg coming up, and hopefully freshman Peyton Hansen coming up as well. Here's the scoring summary of the game. All 5 Gayville-Volin starters scored, 2 in double figures, no scoring off the bench. Eliza Westrom had 12. Maya Aiken had 10. 5 for Taylor Hoxing, their lone senior. 4 points for Jolie Westrom and 2 for Paisley Dimmer. Miley Hansen played for Gayville-Volin, but didn't score. Gayville-Volin, 14 field goals, one of those a three-pointer by Maya Aiken in the second quarter. Gayville-Volin, 2 out of 2 from the line in the first half, 2 out of 4 in the second, 4 out of 6 for the game. For Centerville, all 5 starters scored, none off the bench, 2 in double figures. 5'7" freshman Peyton Hansen, who had 13 in the fourth quarter alone against Trip Delmont Armor in the quarterfinal round game in Region 4B, led all scorers with 14 points. Izzy Eide, again in foul trouble all night long, ended up with 11. 9 for Bria Austin, 6 for Lydia Austin, and 3 for Tessa Eide. Haley Childress, Ella Reuter, Ashlyn Hagena all played for Centerville, but didn't score. Centerville, after having only 6 field goals at the half, had 12 in the second, 18 in the game, 2 3-pointers, one by Izzy Eide and one by Bria Austin. Centerville, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line in the first half, 2 out of 2 in the second, 5 out of 6 for the game, and Centerville wins 43-33. All right, when we come back, hopefully we'll have Coach Tucker Tornberg and hopefully freshman Peyton Hansen joining us here in the postgame here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
All right, back in Centerville. Again, the final in the semifinals and the SODAC 16 qualifier of the South Dakota Region 4B Girls Basketball Tournament. Centerville 43, Gayville-Volin 33. Charlie, let's look at the other Class B semifinals in the regions. In 1B, number 1 Wabash Summit leads number 5 Hitchcock-Tulare 46-41, 3 minutes to go in that one. Number 2 Northwestern and number 3 Warner are tied at 29, 2 minutes left to go in that one. And in Region 2B, number 5 DeSmet beats number 1 Arlington in 2 overtimes, 87-80, and no score on number 2 Castlewood and number 3 Dubrook area. In Region 3, number 1 Ethan beats number 4 Sanborn Central Woonsocket 43-36. At halftime, number 2 Coleman Egan leads number 3 Chester 22-11. In Region 5, number 1 Lyman, who's number 1 in the state, beats number 5 Burke 58-28. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Number 2 Corsica Stickney leads number 3 Gregory 45-32. In Region 6B, top seed Highmore Herald over North Central, 53-41. And with 2 minutes, it just went final. Number 3 Ipswich beats number 2 Harriet Selby area, 63-48. And in Region 7, in Class B, it's number 1 Bennett County, the defending B champion, leading number 4 Kadoka area 50-35. 3 minutes to go in that one. Start of the fourth quarter, number 2 Wall leads number 3 Jones County 33-32. And in Region 8, number 1 Harding County over number 5 Timberlake 63-13. Number 7 Faith leads number 3 McIntosh 25-24 at the end of the third quarter. All right, we're still going as we have a couple interviews to do here in the postgame. First up, and we talked about her a lot in the game Tuesday night against Trip Delmont Armor, 5'7" freshman Peyton Hansen joins us. And Peyton, wow, 14 points, 10 in the second half. I know that, Coach Tornberg has talked to me about your development. We had Izzy Eide up here Tuesday night. Loves playing with you. I mean, because, you're showing that maturity at such a young age with great basketball sense.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, you can say more than thank you, but no, but I mean, like I said, coming into this year after the losses that Centerville had, getting third place in the B and then winning 2 years ago, you watched those girls play and try to make them as an example for your play, right?
Yeah, they've just been like the best leaders, and I have such great leadership on this team. And, the upperclassmen are just like the best leaders I could have ever asked for, and I wouldn't want to be on any other team.
All right, but, early in the year, Haley Childress started, but then you got into the starting lineup and really made it your own, contributing, with a team that, really isn't blessed with a lot of size. I mean, Centerville, in their 2 losses, to Gayville-Volin during the regular season and to Crofton, Nebraska, back in at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center in Vermillion into December. This is a team that, when you have a 6-footer, you got Maya Aiken of Gayville-Volin, who's physical. When you got Allie Westrom, who's physical. Gayville-Volin is a physical team overall. But like I said, okay. Got to make sure. We got to make sure that we have the pullover here. But talk about getting to this point where Centerville has been before and playing Gayville-Volin for the second time tonight.
I just feel like we always know what we need to work on, and we have, like I said, such great leadership that always, they'll be, hard on you, but in a good way, and to make you better, and that's what got us to this point.
And, and talk about, facing Gayville-Volin for the second time. Like I said, they came in here like a house on fire and really played well and just couldn't get any kind of footing in the game. With Izzy Eide on the bench with 3 fouls in the second quarter, how do you think the team responded?
I think that we did great. We have a great bench. We have great subs that come in, and I feel like we all are able to contribute in our own ways, no matter what.
All right, well, coming up next Tuesday in a Sodak 16, so the work is not done. But this week, of course, facing a good Trip Delmont Armor team that has everybody back next year. Gayville-Volin will have 4 starters back next year. But I got, you got to say that Centerville will have 4 starters back, and you are one of them. But like we said, the work's not done. You'll find out who you play, but there's still a lot of work ahead. And I think, even practice on Saturday, right, Coach Tornberg? Yeah. All right. Well, Peyton, like we said, great region, and certainly look forward to seeing you and the girls coming up Tuesday night, wherever you play and wherever you play. Thanks for joining us here in the postgame.
Thank you.
All right. Peyton Hansen, the 5'7" freshman. And now we're going to visit with a slightly damp Coach Tucker Tornberg of the Centerville Tornadoes. And, it's tough to know how things are going to go. But when Izzy Eide picks up 2 early fouls picks up a foul early in the second and has to sit out the rest of the half. Like I said, the gals held together. Even though they were down 5, they didn't lose their cool. They kept playing, to, what their assignments are and everything like that. But, boy, when you start the third quarter with, a 6 or 8 point run, having Izzy on the floor kind of helps, doesn't it?
It makes a difference. And, that's basketball, is it's not going to go how you draw it up all the time. And luckily the foundation of this program, and it's a testament to leaders we've had over the last few years, a lot of those leaders who come now and sit in the stands and support these younger generations that they help build, this group is built for adversity. And we've shown that all year long. This team's capable of coming back. We went in down 5 at halftime to a really good team. Some groups might fold, not this one. This one's built for adversity. This group has a lot of mental toughness. And I think that's proven when you look at the course of our year, where we came from and where we're at. Super proud of this group tonight. It's not always how you draw it up, but the good teams find a way.
That's right. Well, Izzy found a way because, she had 7 points before she had to sit down with 3 fouls, had a couple buckets in the second half. Peyton Hansen, what can you say? Just stepping up and maybe she's at that age where, she's fearless but confident. Would that be a great term?
For sure. I think sometimes young players just come in and have fun, and that's what you want. We told our team that this is going to be a great atmosphere. Postseasons always are, especially when you're playing in Centerville. I don't know if you saw the little luau shirts and everything we got going out there, but they bring it. Our crowd brings it, and we love playing in front of them. And I think a player like Peyton, just comes in. She's not nervous. She just plays. She has fun. And I think, again, it's a testament to the leadership that we have. And you heard her talk about that a lot. We have a special program because the older girls are supportive of the younger girls. This is a team that for years, nobody necessarily cares who the leading scorer is. Nobody's focused on that. And everybody's willing to contribute and step up when we need it. And when we needed points tonight with Izzy out, it was tough to come by. But luckily our defense carried us through, and I couldn't be more proud of our effort on the defensive end to hold them to what we did. A really good team. So defense and our ability to battle on the boards was huge tonight.
And your other guard play, Lydia Austin playing with fouls, 4 fouls in the game, ends up with 6. And then again, we talked about it Tuesday night. Here's Bria Austin again with 9. Like we said, between Bria and Lydia, that's 15 points. And, out of 43, and that was important tonight.
Oh, just steady leaders. Their consistency on the offensive end, whether it's attacking, knocking down crucial shots, their ball handling ability, the way that they battle defensively. Overall, when you look at their intensity and effort, they're just 2 people that set the tone for us. And I thought another player tonight was our senior Tessa Eide.
Yes.
There was a moment in the second half where I don't know exactly what sparked it, but her defensive energy, and she was flying all over the floor, got some tips, got some steals. She looked like a senior that wanted more games this year, and we love seeing that. So, Tessa, Liddy, Bria, great leaders for us. Overall, great team effort tonight.
And, neither team had a point off their bench, but getting Ella Reuter, Ashlyn Hagener, Haley Childress off the bench for some decent minutes, and both Ashlyn and Ella had to play a lot because Izzy's on the bench with 3 fouls.
Those 3 are huge for us, and we talk about it all the time. It's not always that glorified role. Sometimes it's just that hard minute or 2, and that may not seem big to people, but it's huge. And the minutes they gave us tonight to deal with some foul trouble, the way they came in and defended, I thought when we subbed, our defensive intensity, our rebounding ability didn't drop off at all. And those 3 are going to be really vital for us moving forward again.
All right, well, SODAC 16 coming up on Tuesday. Charlie's been doing a little AI. He thinks that it could be Corsica Stickney, who is a Great Plains Conference member, that you did not wait a second. Jones County beat Wall. So, DeSmet beat Arlington in a couple overtimes. But like I said, once it's set, then you'll know.
The DeSmet-Arlington game, I know you guys are basketball phenoms, but just so you know, is a little higher scoring than ours. If you check that score, I just want to make sure we knew that. Double overtime, 87-80. My assistant coaches showed me that after the game, man. But, the cool thing is it's just such a blessing to be where we're at,
to be in a position now to be at the SODAC 16 for the last 5 years and have a chance to go back to state for a third year, it's just unbelievable. We're blessed, and it requires an entire community. It's our families, it's our parents, it's our grandparents, it's the work that everybody in this special little town puts in that helps carry these kids to this greatness, and we're just really blessed. We really are. And whoever we get in the SODAC, it's going to be a great team.
Yeah.
But what I love about coming from Region 4B is we had to battle a couple really good teams to get there. So I think we're going to be battle-tested and ready.
All the talk it's been, even with the proposal that was in front of the Activities Association or the basketball advisory committee for the 32, one plays 32, two plays 31, and all that kind of stuff. And of course, it didn't come. Wasn't sent for a vote. But I got to believe it's coming. Region 3 and Region 4, as you mentioned, just packed.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I think we talked about it last time. You look at those top 17 and B, 9 of them were for the most two regions. And, the current system, you're going to have to really battle in those regions to get out. And that's a good thing if you do, but it is unfortunate there's going to be a lot of really good teams that don't get a chance to get to the state tournament. But, with the current system, it is what it is. We're fortunate that our defense carried us through tonight. Our kids came to play on our home floor. We had a huge second half with the players of the likes of Peyton Hansen. And going back to her, man, hard to believe she's just a freshman, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she'll certainly have, there's games left to play this year, but she will certainly make her mark with some of the greats that have played for the Tornadoes, especially these last few years with getting to the SODAC 16 and now trying to get to a state tournament for a third time. All right, Coach, thanks, and dry off, and hope to see you Tuesday wherever.
Well, I tell you what, guys, I always appreciate you guys, Joe and Charlie. These two do a fantastic job. I know they had a lot of listeners tonight. If you hung on long enough to listen to me, sorry. But kudos to these two. They do a fantastic job. It's a great production. And as far as being wet, I have a wonderful wife. She knew this could happen, so she brought me dry clothes tonight. So I'm going to go change.
Good. Well, yep. And hopefully, your little one will give me a high five tonight for a win.
Yeah, sometimes he plays hard to get, but he's a pretty jolly guy. You might get one tonight. So.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
Thanks,
guys,
Tucker.
appreciate you.
All right, Tucker Tornberg joining us here in our post game. Again, the final in the semifinals and SODAC 16 qualifier is Centerville 43, Gayville-Volin 33. Charlie, some final thoughts before we go.
Oh, yeah, what a game from these girls. And, I mean, battle-tested, I would say, is the right way to put it. Coming out of this region, you have to be really darn good. And it's a shame that Gayville-Volin isn't one of the teams that are playing for a trip to the state championships. So, I mean, it was a fun game to say the least. Tucker, really happy that you guys got the win, obviously, but looking at Izzy Ide down there, I think these girls earned it and they deserved it, and they're happy that they are where they are. So, really excited. I would like to say, though, you guys are locked into the 7 seed now. You're guaranteed the 7 seed, and Korsk Stickney is all over whoever they're playing. So, I think this is pretty much set in stone now.
All right, well, folks, now, of course, next week, along with the SODAC 16, the boys' Class B regions and Centerville, with their win over Irene Wakanda Saturday night in the Great Plains Conference Classic to win the conference title, they will be playing, and they will be playing at home. So we'll figure out a way for both games coming up next week here on Centerville Tornadoes Live. I wouldn't doubt that, both the Centerville boys and the Centerville girls will play on different nights. You can't play, on the same night, but that's all for administrators and athletic directors and the state to kind of figure out there. All right, that will wrap it up. We're glad you stuck with us. And the Centerville Tornadoes, as Coach Tornberg mentioned, is going back to the SODAC 16. We'll be with the ladies, and we'll be with the boys next week in Region 4B as well. For our sponsors, for Charlie Preen, I'm Joe Van Gore. This has been an exclusive presentation of Centerville Tornadoes Live on Live Ticket TV. Good night from the Purple Gym at Centerville High School.